Welcome to Theodore Roosevelt Island, 91 acres of land dedicated to America's 26th president. Located minutes outside of Georgetown, D.C., Roosevelt Island memorializes Teddy Roosevelt in a unique way. Rather than simply erecting a statue or a building to represent his presidency, the island encapsulates one of Roosevelt's passions as a progressive president: conservation. During Roosevelt's presidency, he created 5 national parks, 150 national forests, and the United States Forest Service, all exemplifying his passion for conservation. The Theodore Roosevelt Island reflects this passion by protecting 88 acres of swamp, marsh, and forest land in his name, commemorating all he has done to protect America's parks. This monument began to be created in the 1930s, with the goal of creating a living monument in honor of Roosevelt. The land had previously been inhabited by farmers and the Nacotchtank Native American tribe. However, due to a lack of funding and the beginning of World War II, the monument was not completed until the 1960s. The historic Native American presence at the island has caused the park to lead multi-sensory walks and make an effort to educate people on the tribe, thus influencing people's perspective on the island. Theodore Roosevelt Island is filled not only with beautiful nature, but also a physical memorial to him. A 17-foot bronze statue of Roosevelt stands in the center of the island. The statue is made of bronze and is flanked by granite tablets that contain Roosevelt's writing. There are also 2 large pools with fountains that evoke a sense of tranquility. The large size of Roosevelt's statue exemplifies his greatness and superiority as a president, while the tablets demonstrate how intellectual he was. The visual and written elements of the monument interact by demonstrating to the viewer his success in the field of conservation and how widely liked he was by the American people at the time of his presidency. The viewer gains this understanding by reading Roosevelt's personal remarks, such as his quote about nature, reading, "There is delight in the hardy life of the open. There are no words that can tell the hidden spirit of the wilderness, that can reveal its mystery, its melancholy, and its charm. The nation behaves well if it treats the natural resources as assets which it must turn over to the next generation, increased and not impaired in value. Conservation means development as much as it does protection." These quotes make him appear more personable, yet also exhibit his intellect. By walking the 1.5 miles of trails on the Theodore Roosevelt Island, the viewer is able to physically interact with the monument and realize the impact he has made on head-starting conservation in America, because the land they are walking on is a direct effect of his work. The monument appeals to ethos through the large statue of Roosevelt, as it depicts him as a powerful and dominating president, a clear example of authority. The inscription on Roosevelt's name in big, bold letters under the statue also demonstrates ethos because his name is enlarged, exemplifying his importance. Theodore Roosevelt's memorial appeals to logos through his inscriptions on the granite wall because it lets the viewers read his words and follow his thought process. The sense of calmness and serenity evoked by the nature and water surrounding the island evoke emotion. This monument is not a metaphor. However, it is symbolic. The nature and preservation of land effectively represents Roosevelt's commitment to conservation. The viewers experience the monument visually and through each of their senses. As nature surrounds them through the sounds of birds and trees rustling, many members of the DMV community experience this monument through visiting it to bike, hike, run, and spend time with family or pets. The island offers a serene oasis amidst a bustling city. Overall, the message of the monument is conservation and nature, 2 timeless ideals, which have allowed the island to remain effective since its founding. The island is very accessible to many DC residents and tourists who come to visit the monument, further exhibiting its effectiveness. Listen to these visitors describe their reactions to the memorial.
This monument? Or?
Yeah, just getting rid of it.
So does it, anything stand out to you about it, or?
No, I just like the nature, the fact that they dedicated the entire island to him.
Well, I guess, have you look at the pillars, I guess, and look at the readings and stuff on them yet?
I haven't. No, I just walked in about 20 seconds ago. So.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What does the monument mean to you?
I think it pays tribute to, a great president that served our country.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Italy.
And I'm from the UK.
Have you
been here before?
No.
First time. And does this like what do you get out of this monument? Does it mean anything to you?
I was just saying it looks a bit kind of Soviet. How do you say that? It looks the style is surprising. I wasn't expecting it. I find it very of another time, and makes us think of the Soviet Union.
So, do you think that this is like a good way to honor presidents, or there might be a better way to do it?
Well, one thing is a monument, another thing is like honoring the legacy, I guess. They are different things. So, I don't really know.
I think it's nice. I think it's kind of cool and fun. It seems a little naive now. It's kind of 100 years old.